ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Thank you everyone for coming and braving this weather. It's good to know that this wet weather for the last so many hours hasn't dampened your spirits. You're all here and for coming. I want to thank Consul General and your office for organizing this event, and to the government of India for organizing it all over the world, pushing all over the world. Because the Gita is very dear to us in ISKCON. Very dear. It's very fantastic. So, what's this? Some of us have, like routinely accepted Gita as something which is part of our dharma, our religion, our culture, but haven't really gone deep into it. What's so special about it? So I hope today, in the few words I speak, I can give some idea of what is the greatness of Bhagavad Gita. One Vaishnavacharya, and by the way, many of you I saw last week also, so I was aware. I don't want to just repeat what I said last week. I want to give some new insight. So one of our great Vaishnavacharyas, he compared this lovely book to a jewel box. A jewel box. It is a base, the main box, and then the lid on top. 700 verses, 18 chapters, which are very nicely split into 6 chapters each. The base is first 6 chapters, the lid is the last 6 chapters, and in the middle is the juicy bit, Bhakti Yoga. So these acharyas described that the bottom 6 chapters, the first 6 chapters, bottom layer, is focused on Karma Yoga, Karma and Karma Yoga. How to live, how to act, how to live. Middle 6 chapters, all about love, but love with divinity, loving the divine. Bhakti Yoga chapters, and the final 6 chapters, the top of this jewel box is upon focus on Jnana Yoga. So there's Karma, Bhakti, Jnana. Okay, and the Jnana Yoga is how to let go. How to let go. So first 6 chapters, how to live. Middle 6 chapters, how to love. And the last 6 chapters, how to let go. 700 verses. So the jewel inside this jewel box is 700 precious gems, diamonds. 700 precious gems. And each gem, when we dwell into it, more and more is revealed, because Bhagavad Gita is like an ocean. It doesn't have a bottom to it. So the more you dive into it, the more revelation is made from it. So yes, naturally I love Bhagavad Gita. It's something I've gone for many years now. I've given my life to it. But how about what other people say about Bhagavad Gita? What do others say? So there are 2 transcendentalists, philosophers, stroke essayists, the writers in the 1800s. One was Henry David Thoreau, and in about the mid-1800s, they both glorified Bhagavad Gita. Henry David Thoreau said, "In the morning I bathe my intellect in the stupendous and cosmogonal philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita, in comparison with which our modern world and its literature seem puny and trivial." His contemporary was Waldo Ralph Emerson. He said, "I owed a magnificent day to the Bhagavad Gita. It was the first of books. It was as if an empire spoke to us. nothing small or unworthy, but large, serene, consistent, a voice of an old intelligence, which in another age and climate had pondered and thus disposed of the same questions that exercise us. And of course, the father of our nation, Bapu, Mahatma Gandhi, he said, when doubts haunt me, when disappointments stare me in the face, and I see not one ray of hope on the horizon, I turn to Bhagavad Gita and find a verse to comfort me. And I immediately begin to smile in the midst of overwhelming sorrow. Those who meditate on the Gita will derive fresh joy and new meanings from it every day. Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all Vedic knowledge. Our Vedic knowledge scriptures are actually large in number, and frequently we get asked, when there's interfaith interaction, they ask, what is your religious book? What is your religious book? And because the Christian will say it's the Bible, Muslim will say it's the Quran, and others will say something else. And they ask us the same question, and then another Vaishnava saint we have, in our lovely country, he was asked the same question, and his answer was a lovely answer. He said, actually, we don't have a religious book, we have a religious library. Lovely answer. Because we have the 4 Vedas, 18 Purans, 18 Upapurans, Upanishads, Itihasis, Mahabharata, Ramayana, and Vedanta Sutra. And he said, we have a library of spiritual books, not just one. So there is a poetic expression that we have all this vast collection of Vedic knowledge. Our scriptures are collectively known as the Vedic knowledge, Vedic scriptures. It is said that this Vedic knowledge is compared to a forest, a huge forest. And all the trees represent different parts of the Vedic knowledge. And the Upanishads are compared to the blooming flowers in this forest. There's blooming flowers in this forest. But the special nature of Bhagavad Gita, which is the essence of all Vedic knowledge, is that the Gita is compared to a garland made from these flowers. Garland made from these flowers. Beautiful, beautiful.